Yeah, shall we maybe listen to one more, and then I would love to get your feedback, Andy and André as well. I mean, since you're here now,
Sure.
would be great to get your opinion as well, I guess.
Perfect.
Yes. So let's listen to Alter Ego.
We can listen to Alter Ego, yes.
There we've got some Andy in it.
Yes, we do.
I'm excited.
short one.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened. but it's amazing. You two guys, when in the final the growls and the clean vocals go together, I got instant goosebumps. It's working out so well.
Yeah.
Bravo to you two. I mean, to
Somehow.
everybody, but especially you two.
Oh, it was really interesting to do a duet with anyone, first of all,
Yeah.
and second of all, a clean vocalist, which I've never done. And not only that, but when I laid down my parts, there was nothing to accompany me. So I wasn't sure what I was going to be singing along with, whether my part was going to be complementary to his part or how to kind of approach that. But hearing the final product is absolutely amazing.
Yes,
Cool.
right. We recorded your vocals first, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just had like a MIDI structure to follow, which gave me syllable by syllable instructions essentially as to where I needed to kind of place my sections. And it was really interesting, kind of sight unseen, not having any clue kind of what I was jumping into contextually. But just I followed your roadmap and it all worked out rather impressively. So I applaud you for making it easy for us. I think was the biggest part for me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Well done, Mr. Mastermind. Well done, Andy.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, but
And
yeah.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, I must say, for the one duet I've ever done, to be able to do it with George, I have the utmost esteem for your vocal abilities. You are
No,
indeed
man.
you're a beast, so to speak.
Nah,
So
not really, man. It's a lot of swearing and kicking and screaming, in the background. That's what people
But
don't see.
still, you can pull it off. I mean, that's the thing.
I know the tricks. That's what I all.
Yeah.
But when I mean tricks, I don't mean vocal tricks. I mean any other kind of trick.
Same
No,
with me.
I can tell. Like because I was lucky enough to be second on that. So basically, I already got Andy's vocal, but purposely I didn't put it in at first because we worked on previously with Marcell. So we had a way of like developing the tracks and working on the songs and everything. So I was like, I'm just gonna follow course with that as usual, and at some point I was kind of again in that puzzle piece structural thing with the performances, kind of lost a little in terms of where should we take that, how could we do it, all of that, and I was like, okay, wait a second, I'm just gonna drag this file in, and then I just put those vocals, and I'm like, that makes it even harder now, because what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna compete with all that growly, like like this big growly stuff? It's like, oh man, that's even more puzzling at first. But Marcel was right. Like when I was, because we all talk about how he got this thing in his mind and is trying to communicate it to however many people and then Björn to put it all together. I don't want to get there even. Yeah, trust me. And then as soon as I put it on top of it, it somehow like clicked in the weirdest of ways. It's like one of these things where you put like I would liken it to like putting like chocolate and chips together, and it's not supposed to do anything, it's supposed to suck in a sense, but some people just get some weird flavoring, combination where it just puts stuff together and just kind of creates something that kind of works while it shouldn't. That's exactly how I would describe it. And I would say like it, as good as it might have turned out in a performance way, just with the clean stuff, like adding all the stuff that I don't do underneath, it actually, for whoever listens to this and doesn't have a clue who is singing, on the song, and probably someone might think that I'm doing everything, in that sense. So like, because it's the vocal that sings the most parts. So it's like, as soon as something comes up, it sounds almost like a layer at first, like it's like a layered thing. So it's like, it's the utmost credit for everyone to believe that I did all this thing myself, which is nowhere near true, like, so you actually made me sound better, if anything, not the other way around.
And it was actually super easy to make the two styles of vocal blend. I was a bit scared of it at first because growls and clean vocals are, well, not the how do you say it? The easiest thing to make work together.
scared is the best word to describe working with Marcell, like for all of us, right? That's the first one that comes to mind, I think.
I mean, there is one track on this record that has, even in the final mix, after bouncing stuff down and committing and whatever, still has almost 400 tracks, aux tracks included. But
Wow.
that's a balancing game. That's really insane.
But again, what about the drum part? Like, I just by doing my vocals, because I did a MIDI thing. Like, if you saw me even on the playback of this, like trying to like mime the rhythms and everything, although I know the syllables and stuff, like I'm just thinking, how the hell can someone play to that? It's like I don't know. And saying you did this like for Vinny, like in 1 or 2 or 3 rounds, whatever, I don't know, like even 100 would seem like a starting point for me. I don't know, like to even comprehend, not to play it. I would never like try that.
Yeah, and I also think that song is such a good example of Vinny, how you make complex things seem easy. You make effortless and logical, and it just makes sense what you do.
As if there was some logic behind this, right?
Yeah,
which of course isn't.
it has some kind of flow through the whole song. There isn't some kind of odd break or change or whatever.
Weirdly, but 100%.
It seems natural.
Vini, pode entender o comentário, Vini?
Ele comentou como que a linha de batera encaixou muito bem, né, na música e tal. Fala aí, André. É melhor você traduzir para mim.
Como que o Jorge achou absurdo como você conseguiu manter um fluxo coerente entre as partes em que o Marcell compartilhou com você e fazer isso parecer fácil. Que, obviamente, em primeiro lugar, não existe nenhuma lógica, foi uma brincadeira que fizeram com o Marcell. E, em segundo lugar, como que você consegue fazer parecer fácil essa complexidade toda?
Parecer fácil. Bom, quando eu escutei essa música pela primeira vez e eu comecei a escrever aqui no MIDI, no Reaper, cara, eu pensei, mano, essa não é tão difícil assim. O que mais me pegou foi o blast beat, que eu não tô acostumado a fazer blast beat. Você sabe muito bem, né, que eu não sou muito acostumado a fazer blast beat. Mas como aqui no Brasil a gente tem muita riqueza rítmica, a gente acaba conseguindo tocar de uma maneira não tão sincada, não tão no grid. Ainda mais, por isso que eu também agradeço ao Marcell por ter pedido para eu gravar e não só escrever, porque quando eu toco, eu procuro, obviamente, trazer dentro da música as minhas referências de música brasileira. Então, quase nunca essas músicas são no grid. Pode falar isso para ele e depois eu falo mais coisa.
So, there are specific characteristics with Brazilian music in terms of rhythm that naturally makes a drummer develop a sense of complexity of handling different rhythmic patterns and trying to make everything smooth and to make sense within a certain context. And when Vinny plays his parts instead of writing them, these characteristics are more like noticeable in the results. So he thanks Marcell for asking him to record instead of writing the parts, because the results would have been different from what he got because of this muscle memory kind of thing, influence. And the hardest part in this song for him was the blast beats, because once again, it's like not something that he grew up practicing on, at most. It's something that he is kind of developing it lately, partly because of me, because of myself. We're not going to this specific topic at this moment, but this particular two things, recording instead of writing makes it easier to glue the parts together. And secondly, the hardest part for him was a blast beat because of this, developing technique he's working on lately.
E outra coisa também, quando eu vou gravar, eu gosto muito que tenha uma voz já na primeira demo. Então, quando eu escutei, eu acho que essa música não tinha voz ainda. Mas quando tem voz, eu me sinto um pouco mais confortável para escrever, para ter mais ideias. Porque às vezes a linha que eu pensei pode fazer muito sentido com a guitarra, e obviamente o vocal vai vir complementando depois.
Essa música
Só que
tinha voz?
não, essa não tinha.
Tá.
Só que quando tem o vocal, eu me sinto mais, sei lá, mais confortável na hora de tocar. Acho que eu tenho mais ideias na hora de compor alguma coisa.
This song, at the moment he recorded it, this song didn't have a vocal line, a melody line as a reference for him. And also, personally speaking, he feels more comfortable when in the reference for recording, when he has a melody or a voice direction in terms of what's the intention for this part, what could be left as a space for the vocals to shine instead of the drums, because it's a fine line, to mix up intentions in regarding of fills and vocal lines if you do not have that reference just yet. So this was challenging for this particular song as well.
Makes total sense. Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, I gotta take the opportunity to say that the mind behind orchestrating everything, it's a really tough part as well. Playing the drums is difficult, recording vocals are difficult as well, but managing and coordinating everything must be really tough as well, to make every piece glued together within the intention of the person that is behind this.
It's an absolute pain in the ass. I can tell you.
So far, the people that are related to this, Marcell and Björn, right, behind assembling all the pieces, it's a piece of art at the moment. I have the privilege of being a fresh listener. I don't have any memory whatsoever of what happened before that. So this is the final product, and it feels amazing. It feels all in place.
Thank you very much.
Excellent job for what we have so far.
Thank you very much. I mean, after like 2.5 years of working on it, you tend to doubt yourself at times. So it was really tough to decide when it's done, when it's good enough to call it a final or final 15. Yeah, so thank you very much. That's very cool to hear.
Appreciate it. My pleasure.
Yeah, and it's absolutely the same for me when I listen to it. It's so hard to just lean back and enjoy it, because every little moment has a story behind it and something we struggled with, and sometimes we found good solutions, sometimes we didn't, and that will also stick with me forever.
And you gotta exactly, and you gotta let that go, because once again, the fresh listener doesn't have this backstory. Yeah. So the only contact the fresh listener has with the art is what we're listening right now, right here, and it feels amazing. It feels all in place. It's being fit. It feels and it listens polished and finished.
That's
the
so cool.
And I'm in love. I'm gravitating towards the vocal productions, actually. As a guitarist and as somebody that really enjoys drumming, I'm finding it interesting, because I'm gravitating towards the vocal melodies, the vocal production decisions, and it's sticking out to my ears. And it has to do with the performance of the vocalist, of course, and also the arrangement decisions and the producer decisions. Everything sounds amazing.
That's very cool. Yeah, it's actually quite tough for me still to this day to make the vocals work within these dense arrangements. It's really hard to carve out the space and to decide which of the 300 synths are actually needed in that part. And
all of them, of course.
Yeah, that's what you would say, but you have no idea how many of them are muted.
Yeah. I just heard something in cabin.
Well, as I said in the beginning, you can go.
Fair enough.
Well,
George, what about you?
Talking about this first listen thing, you know, it's kind of first listen for all of us, I guess, except for you two guys. I mean, the rest of us, because in reality, I remember like in the what was the first song we played? See, I already forgot. I'm sorry.
Cabin in the
Cabin.
Woods.
Yeah. So I don't remember the part now. I don't even remember what the words are there. I'm that bad as well. But I won't try to remember. Anyway, but I remember there's a gap and there's a synthy part playing the line now, like a down part. So Marcell will know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I still
absolutely.
remember in my head that MIDI like playing every single time I was trying to sing, and it was, again, it's impossible to it's good enough to try to visualize, but it's impossible to get the full effect. And Marcell's got this way of saying, oh, this is going to be a 50-piece orchestra in the end, but here's the demo. So it's like you have to sing on top of some idea, you know? So it might not always work in the end. You run into that risk many times, but it's because you talked about vocal production and everything. It's one thing to sing it well or to perform it well, and still I would say is as much guided as it is a personal choice, because sometimes we've done a lot of different ways of attacking a line, so it's not just all what I want to do. It's basically a part of, I guess, is good communication there, like oh, let's put this part of that and that part of that, and then try and mix and match kind of thing, which ends up in an unsingable line anyway. So that goes back to the one take, you know. I guess, as you said, and the listener doesn't know these things, how things are being done, so it doesn't matter, because if the puzzle is made up well enough, it's all that matters, you know. And in the end, it's like it's the fact that it's all in his mind, and he knows what the hell he wants out of all these things. I mean, I've only got the vocal melodies to deal with, and my mind hurts. So imagine like this guy's brain, like with drum parts in one place, you know, guitar lines, synths, bass lines, vocals, growls. So I don't want to be in his head, you know.
No, I think he's actually clinically insane.
I guess there's a compliment. I guess there's some compliment in there somewhere, you know.
Yeah, it's either a compliment or a diagnosis. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. Well, when you have you know, as a musician, when you have to compliment with a curse, you know, it's always a good thing, you know.
That's exactly true.